Okay, so we're going to make some pasta. I've got an egg. Usually, if I make pasta, like spaghetti or tortellini or whatever, I use one egg per person. I always crack it because it's our eggs for my chickens. I always crack it into a bowl first. Woo! Dollar yoker! Cool beans. Right, I've just mutilated that. There's bits of shell in it, so I'll fish that out and I'll get back to you. Okay, so now you need a quantity of flour. I think. Remember, it's about 100 grams, but I never measure flour because you stick it on the board and then you just use it up anyway. So, get my little egg. I fished all the shell out. That was a mess. I've never broken an egg so badly in all my life. Right, whip that bit. Okay, chuck it in the well in the middle. We're going to put a bit of salt into that as well. And then just mix it round, gradually pulling all the flour into the middle. I'll stick a bit of salt in a second as well. Okay, salt is in. Keep on mixing, mixing, mixing. We're going to roll it all out onto this work surface. So you can do it in a bowl if you want. If you don't want dough everywhere, that's fine too. Keep on mixing it in until you get sort of stiff dough, and then that is going to rest in the fridge for about well, don't have to rest it all really. People say right, half an hour, whatever. It just gives it time just to sort of moisten the flour and get it all doughy. If you're pressed for time, you don't have to rest it, but anyway, that's almost ready now. So I'll wrap that up in a bit of cling film and stick it in the fridge. I like this for getting all the dough up off the countertop. Use it as a mixing tool too. You can buy these from cooking shops. This is actually from a handyman shop. You know, B&Q, Casto, that kind of thing. So you can pay, 20-30 quid for one from a cooking shop, or you can buy this for about £1. So handy, same thing. Now we're going to mince the pork. This is pork shoulder. I use this, it's only tiny because we're only just doing a small quantity. If we were going to mince a lot of meat, I would get out the big electric one, but it's not really worth it for this quantity. It's got quite small holes on the grinding plate. You can either use pork is traditional with these dumplings. It's kind of small grinding plate. Pork's traditional. You can use chicken or turkey mince, or you can use tofu, or you can use nothing whatsoever, just kimchi. It depends on your own individual taste. I'm just going to use this pork shoulder. I need 2 hands to put this back together. Okay, so I've ground my pork, and I've got some kimchi that I made a little while ago, and I'm going to do about half pork, half kimchi, and I'm going to put the food processor on a really, really slow speed, so it just kind of chops the kimchi in first, just so as it chops the kimchi quite coarsely. It's got to be small but not pureed, so let's have a go at that. Oh well, okay, that's just kind of stirring it round. Might just turn it up a little bit. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crank it high, and I'm just going to... Let's see what that's done. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, a couple more of those. Nice. Right, I'll add the pork in and then give it another mix. Need to get some of this stuff off around the sides. But it's looking pretty good. It's got to be not hugely chunky, but it's got to have a bit of texture. I'm going to call that good. Okay, so this is the dough. We have to roll it quite flat. It might be easier just to separate it off a little bit. You make a ball, about say this big, and then So measure the dough out first, and then roll each individual one if you're doing it with the rolling pin. I use a pasta machine normally, and then I cut it out with a pastry cutter. I'm kind of tired there, so what I'm going to do, it's 11 o'clock at night, I'm going to put all this in the fridge. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and we'll carry this on tomorrow. I completely forgot to say, you need, which I haven't done, that's I'm tired and it's late. What you need to do is you need to just cook a little bit of your mixture, just fry it up and taste it, and make sure that you're happy with it before you waste your time making 500 million dumplings. So what I do, I just take a little bit, fry it up. It might need more pork, it might need more kimchi, it might need more salt, it might need a bit of soy sauce, a bit of, I don't know, whatever, hot sauce, whatever you like. You don't have to make it with kimchi, you can make it with any flavouring that you like. Vegetarian, meaty, whatever you want. This is what I like, pork and kimchi, for this particular one. So yeah, I'm just going to fry it up, make like a little burger out of it, and then taste it, and hopefully I won't need to season it anymore. So I've rolled up my dough with a pasta machine on the thinnest setting possible. It's got to be as thin as you can get it. It's worked out about that thin. You can use a rolling pin, but the thinner the better, really. Right, now to fill it, it's easy peasy. Get a little bit of filling. Hang on, swap hands. It might help to just wet the edges and just, you know, squodge it down. Or if you've got one of these handy little things, one side is used to cut out the dough, and then the other side is used to fill it. So pop that back in. Put a bit more in. It's a bit bigger, so, and then you just, there you go, squash it down and it closes it for you, which is pretty cool. Traditionally they're steamed. You can use an electric steamer or one of those little metal steamy things that you put in the bottom of a saucepan, or a bamboo steamer if you've got it. I find it works best if it's lined with paper with little holes in it, which you can buy specially, or just get some paper and make some holes in it, some baking paper. This is pot stickers, a different way of cooking them. So you just fry them until one side's brown. Hasn't been in long enough yet. Oh, no, it's not anywhere near. Anyway, so fry it until one side's brown, and then put a little bit of water in, and put the lid on, and then cook it until it's only, you know, tiny amount of water, and cook it till all the water has evaporated. So it's partly fried, partly steamed, and that's how you make pot stickers. So earlier I said that you can use the same pasta dough to make spaghetti or tagliatelle, or I said tortellini actually, I meant tagliatelle at the time. Anyway, you can make tortellini, waffling, goodness me. So all you do to make tortellini is you just curl it round like that, put the two ends together, I'll pinch it shut properly, and that's the tortellini shape. You fill it with anything you like, beef, chicken, vegetables, whatever you want. To make pasta sheets or pasta spaghetti, things like that, just roll it out as thin as you can, and if you have a pasta machine, put it through the pasta machine setting, or you can just cut it with a knife. It's easy peasy. So I've rolled up my dough, floured it, otherwise it sticks together. You can always use loads of flour in this. Just make some, and you can obviously cut them to whatever. I can't really see very well looking through the phone screen. Oh dear, definitely not a video professional. Anyway, and then you can make nice long noodles like that. That'd be nice in a cream sauce, salmon and spinach or something. Or you can do them really, really thin and you can make spaghetti. There you go. You can do them whatever size you like. Anyway, this same pasta dough, 1 egg per person if you're making this kind of pasta, plus salt, a little bit of salt, and flour, and that's your basic pasta dough. There are obviously other different methods that you can use. Some use only yolks, some just use flour and water. For some Chinese ones, then you can use flour and boiling water, which is pretty good as well. That makes sort of a translucent pasta dough. But we've got loads of eggs at the minute because the chickens are laying full steam. So this is the egg pasta that I make. These have been cooking for about 5 minutes. The pot sticker doesn't take as long because it's fried first on the one side. So you've got that kind of finished to the one side, and then the other side steamed. And then these ones are just steamed, so there's my little tortellini that I made. Same thing, just different shape. I'll try the pot sticker first, the others are going to be too hot. And that's the filling. Oh, crikey, they're hot. If you're not going to cook them straight away, then what you should do is just put them in the freezer, because otherwise the wet filling is going to break the dough down and you'll just end up with a big mess. So either part steam them and then keep them in the fridge, or just freeze them and then you can cook them from frozen. Sometimes I steam them and then just leave them in the fridge for a couple of days. Alright, bon appetit!